Okay, we are live now. Përshëndetje të gjithëve. Unë quhem Elson dhe unë jam nga Shqipëria dhe sot unë do ju mësoj pak shqip. Do flasim për gramatik, për ushtrimet, do bëjmë shumë gjëra sot. Këtu kemi Kirin. Përshëndetje Kiri.
Përshëndetje.
Si je?
Jam shumë mirë and let me introduce myself. Jam quhem Carrie. Jam nga America në Montana.
Nga Amerika, nga Montana. You'll have to do that. Nga Amerika, nga Montana. Aha.
Okay. Dhe kam shoku e preferuar është shqiptar.
Po, shumë mirë. Shoku im I preferuar është shqiptar. Aha. Tjetër. Dhe okay, aha.
I was just saying, and I want to learn Albanian because my best friend is Albanian.
Perfect. Okay, great. You have been once in Albania. That's where we met. And did you enjoy Albania? For anyone that has not visited yet, do you suggest this country to them?
For sure. Everybody was super nice, and everything was inexpensive and really nice. And I mean, I had no problems whatsoever, and I just thought it was great. I can't wait to go back.
Let's see what Matthew thinks. Hello, Matthew.
Përshëndetje.
Përshëndetje.
Un quhem Matt. Un jam nga Amerika dhe nga New Yorku.
Po.
Un dua mësoj shqip sepse mua më pëlqen Shqipëri.
Shqipëria, shumë mirë. Ty të pëlqen Shqipëria. Mirë. How many times you've been here? 3 times or 2?
Twice.
12 times. Okay, twice. Mirë. Here we have, aquí tenemos también María Isabel desde Puerto Rico. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Përshëndetje, unë jam Maria Isabel, unë jam nga Puerto Rico, unë dua mësoj shqip, sepse unë dua Shqipëria.
Okay, shumë mirë, sepse unë e dua Shqipërinë, shumë mirë. Nga Puerto Rico, shumë larg, nga Puerto Rico dhe në Shqipëri. Në rregull, we have 5 viewers from YouTube. Thank you for watching. Now there are 4. If you want to join this lesson, go to learnalbanianonline.net. There you have, click on live lessons, and you are welcome to join. There are free seats. I will start screen sharing. This lesson is related with the previous lesson we had. So if you have not watched that one, please watch that first and then watch this lesson. They're very related. If you have not watched that one, it will be very difficult for you to understand today's lesson. At the very bottom, I've posted the link. If you are watching from YouTube, you can join the lesson now, learnalbanianonline.net. So here are the topics of today's lesson. We are going to talk about verbs that end in M. They have another name, which is called the reflexive verb or reflexive verbs. In Albanian, folje reflexive or vetvetorem. We are going to talk about subjunctive mood of this type of verbs and the present tense. Also, we'll do some exercises at the very end. You already know what a verb is. I have listed here the 5 classes of verbs that we have, and in the previous lesson we talked about verbs that end in J. Now verbs that end in EM, in Albanian M. Other classes of verbs are listed there. Now, what is a mood? A mood is how the speaker feels about something that he wants to express, wants to write, etc. If it's a wish, the same verb will be different. If it's a command, the same verb has a different form, etc. In English, you have like imperative mood when you give a command, like go, leave, do this, do that. We have it in Albanian as well. We will talk today about subjunctive mood, what it is, how we build it, etc. Each mood has tenses. Each mood has the present tense, but also other tenses. Today we are going to talk about the present tense. Before we do, let's review a little bit. We are on slide number 4. Let's review what we have done in the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, we talked about verbs that end in J. And I will conjugate one of them here. And one more thing, the first mood we have studied long time ago, last year, it was called indicative mood. That was the first mood. And the second mood, which is today's lesson as well, it's called subjunctive. So I will compare today's subjunctive with indicative so you can see how it changes. From indicative, I work, un punoi. Here's a full conjugation, ti punon, io punon. Then we have ne punoim, you punoni, ata ato punoin. This was in indicative. I work, un punoi netiran, un punoi, unuk po punoi, I'm not working, etc., etc. Now, how does this change in subjunctive? Carrie, do you remember it?
Yes.
Go ahead,
Unta punoi.
Yes, unta punoi, first person, as you can see, does not change. However, we just have a t before the verb. Unta punoi, ti.
Ita punosh.
Tita punosh, correct. Second person, as you can see, changes. We have an sh at the end. Tita punosh, te ledzosh, te dëgjosh, te shkosh, te shikosh, many others. The next one?
Io te punoi.
Te punoi with an extra umlaut at the end. Io te punoi. So far, we cannot make any sentences. Un te punoi doesn't make sense. We need something in between. Plural remains the same. Ne te punoim, you te punoni, atato te punoin. In English subjunctive, you also call it infinitive, to work, to go, to learn, etc. That's what we are saying in Albanian. So subjunctive mood is very special because before the verb there is always te. For regular verbs, only second person and third changes. Te punosh, te punoi. Now, how to use subjunctive? Any of you remember how to use subjunctive mood? Let's just summarize it here a little bit. How do we use this construction, te punoi? How do we use it? Any sentence?
You use it after, like, you must. Or
After what again?
Well, it's like you're supposed to say you must work or you should work.
Okay, yes. So those are called, in one word, those are called modals, modal verbs. Modal verbs. So after modal verbs, we use subjunctive, and modal verbs are mund, duhet. These are two ones, the most important ones.
Dua.
However, we also dua, shumir. However, we also have dua, kam nevoi, kam unsi, etc. That was one. Messi, do you know any other usage of subjunctive? In English, when would you say to work? When would you say to work? Except I want to work, I need to work. When would you use to work as well?
Command?
How do you say in English to work as a command? You can just say work.
Right.
So we would not use it in a command.
Future.
Future, yes. So we build future simple using subjunctive. So for example, do te punoj, I will work. Perfect. Un do të punoj gjithë ditën sot. I will work all day today. Do të punoj. Maria Isabel, do you know any other usage of subjunctive? Or infinitive? En español es trabajar, empezar. When would you use those? We use it with phrases. Phrases such are these here. It's good to work, to go, to learn. So let's say it's good, it's better, është mirë, është më mirë. It's good or it's better, është mirë ose është më mirë. Instead of mirë, është më keq. Instead of keq, është e rëndësishme. All these laws are followed by to, just like in English. It's good, it's important to work. It's necessary to learn, etc., etc. So është mirë të punosh, të mësosh, të lexosh, të punoj, të mësoj, etc. Another usage are the conjunctions. Conjunctions, in other words, they are called linking words. For example, që, in order to, unë po mësoj shqip që të shkoj në Shqipëri, in order to go to Albania. I'm learning Albanian. Or kur të mbarosh mësim, when you finish lesson, kur të mbarosh, followed by subjunctive. Më telefono, call me, etc. And number 5, we build subjunctive using other type of verbs, such as To start to do something, such as filloi, to start to. Un po filloj të flas më mirë shqip. I'm starting to speak Albanian better. Po filloj të. Or suggeroj, I suggest you to go, to do this, etc. So these I summarized subjunctive, how to use it. These are the most important ones. Mir. In the previous lesson, there was an exercise that we did not have time to do it, and no one also commented the solution on YouTube below, so we are going to do it here. We are going to start with the first sentence. Kiri, Maria Isabel, etc., etc. So go ahead, Kiri, the first one.
Artani Duwan. What is it? Duwan?
No, but the conjugation, yes, that is to want, but third person, he wants.
Right. Didn't write that down. I know it. I know. It's to. Okay.
Un, dua, ti, do, aio, do, artani, do.
Go.
And then?
Gatuai.
Perfect. Dark në shtëpinë e tij. That's correct. Artani do të gatuaj dark në shtëpinë e tij. What's the translation?
Artani wants or needs or
wants. Just wants. Okay,
wants to cook dinner in his house? His house.
Yes, at home, at his house, correct. At home.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
So Artani do të gatuaj dark në shtëpinë e tij. Why subjunctive is the modal verb dua, which follows subjunctive. Let's go to the next one, María Isabel. Nosotros podemos. Matthew?
Nemund.
Nemund.
Të mësojmë.
Mirë, shqip në internet. What's the translation?
So we can learn Albanian on the internet.
Correct. Why we need subjunctive? It's the modal verb mund. If you're using a modal verb, you need subjunctive. Let's go to the next one, Matthew. It's good for you to read a book in Albanian.
It's good for you. Është e mirë.
No, sorry, my mistake. Është mirë without a. It's good to. Është mirë.
Është mirë të lexosh.
Correct.
Një libër në shqip.
Perfect. Why subjunctive? It's this expression which typically follows subjunctive. It's good for you. How do we know it's for you? It's sh, të lexosh. Një libër në shqip. Carrie? Conjunction, passive follows subjunctive. After I finish this book.
Okay. After të mbaroj. Right? Because it's me.
Go ahead.
Të libër dua.
Correct.
Të
Correct.
mbaroj.
Yes. Yet later, yes. After I finish this book, I want to start to read another one.
Okay.
Later. Dua të filloj të lexoj. Subjunctive in the first one because we have passi, in the second because we have the modal verb dua, and in the third because we have another verb previously, filloj, which follows subjunctive. The next one, María Isabel, ¿me escuchas? María Isabel? Okay, Matthew?
Ti ndron të shkosh në Shqipëri.
Këtë there, this summer, këtë there. Why subjunctive? We already have a verb. Remember, if you are using a verb, the second verb you want to use is subjunctive. Just like filloj, të, ndërroj, të. In English you say I'm dreaming of going, but in Albanian we say I'm dreaming to go to Albania. So dreaming to, in English dreaming of. The next one, Kiri?
I'll go, lei,
Huh?
the umlaut at the end.
Correct.
Yamakincha the toy.
Who's the toy?
Toy. That's a G's button.
Yeah. Why subjunctive the first one? It's do, the modal verb dua. She wants to buy. Oh, I forget to. Aio do to play. She wants to buy. That's subjunctive. That's the reason. Why subjunctive the second part? Why toy?
Because it's after a conjunction of
It's after the conjunction ch in order to. She is buying a car in order to travel in the whole world. Not a Jeep button, all around the world. Matthew?
Amund. What's the conjugation?
Put an sh, wish.
Yeah, but so how do I know?
Huh?
How do I know what to conjugate the verb?
So depending which one you mean, do you want? Can you come now? So can you come? Can she come? Can they come? You have different alternatives. Let's say, can you come? Am unte vish. Can she come? Am unte vi. Can they come? Am unte vin. So all these fit.
Got it.
You understand it?
Oh.
Let's take vish. Can you am unte vish? Can you come home now? Am unte vish nështë pitani? Okay, numri 8, Matthew.
Kur filoni dhe kur baroni mesim në shqip.
Correct. There, let me see. Kur filoni, kur baroni. Okay, I put that sentence now because kur, in this case, it's not a conjunction. This is a link. It's an interrogative pronoun. It's a question. When do you start and when do you finish lesson? So it doesn't follow the the here because it's not as a linking word. When you finish lesson, I will call you. That's a conjunction, but not when will you start lesson.
Right.
Okay. The next one, number 9. So no subjunctive there, just indicative. Filoni, baroni. Matthew. Ne.
Oh, ne duam.
Huh? You want to go?
Tashkoim.
Right.
Nakinima.
Right.
Filmi.
At 6.
Filon.
Okay. No, Shumir, that is grammatically correct. The movie starts. Or you can also say using subjunctive, the movie will start. Do, te, filoi, no, or what you said is also correct. The movie starts. You can use also present simple for that one showing effect. The movie starts at 6. Mir, questions? Okay, this exercise summarizes what we said about subjunctive. Mir. Now let's start with the new lesson. Verbs that end in em are very, very, very common. They have another name. They are called reflexive verbs. We are on slide number 6. If you are watching live from YouTube, you have the link at the very bottom. You can join. You will easily recognize them because they end in em. Let's take one example. Lahem. Let's start first with present indicative and then with subjunctive. Un lahem, I take a shower. Ti lahesh. Aio lahet. Ne lahemi. You laheni. Ata ato lahen. So this was again a review from the previous lessons long time ago. Reflexive verbs. This is how they're conjugated in present indicative. They take nuk, look lahem. I don't take a shower. Let's put a po. I'm taking a shower po lahem, etc. What about present subjunctive? It's super easy. No person changes. None of them. We said earlier second person, third person changes. But for reflexive verbs, all you have to do is put a t before, nothing else. No person changes. Unte lahem, tite lahesh, aiaiot lahet. Second, te lahet. Then we have ne te lahemi, you te laheni, atato te lahen. So all you have to do from indicative to subjunctive is put a t before the verb. This category of verbs does not change the verb itself. All you have to do is put the t before. So let's go to nisem, the same one. I'll write directly the subjunctive. Unte nisem. So far we cannot make a sentence. We have to use one of modal verbs or future, etc. Unte nisem, tite nisesh. Aiaiot niset. Et nisemi. Yut nisemi. Ato nisen. Again, reflexive verbs and an em. There is only one exception that will be in the following slides. Questions?
No.
How to negate subjunctive? Indicative is with nuk, nuk lahem. I don't take a shower. I don't know in what sense you can say that in a specific day if you are, I don't know, religious or you don't want to wash that day, nuk lahem të dielën, for example.
Dirty.
Okay, perfect. Or I don't know, I don't wash or swim in the lake, or I don't know, that's when you would say this sentence. Now, negation of subjunctive is with mos. Be careful, mos lahem. Not to take a shower, the translation. The same for all the other ones, mos nisem, etc. So we negate it with mos. Let's go to the next slide. I will write a long list of reflexive verbs, and you are going to conjugate some of them. If you have a notebook there next to you, if you have a notebook, please try to make some sentences, and then at the end of this lesson, we are going to read them. Here, let's start with the first word. I said lahem, which is to wash oneself or to take a shower, lahem. Then we have behem, which is to become, vishem, which is to get dressed or to dress one, to wear, to dress oneself, to get dressed. Zjohem, to wake up, not to wake someone up, to wake yourself up, to wake oneself up. Zjohem. Then we have grihem. Grihem is to get up. Grihem, from bed or chair, sofa, couch, etc. Then we have pastrohem. That's the translation is to clean. If you are dirty, to clean oneself. Pastrohem. Cuidesem, very important, very used. That is to take care of oneself, of yourself, himself, herself, etc. Let's say krihem. This is to comb one's hair or to comb the hair. That is krihem. Vonohem. This is to get or also to be late. Vonohem. Largohem. This is to go away. To leave, to go away. To go away or to leave is largohem. Pergigem. This means to answer. Pergigem. One more, merzitem. This is to get bored. Merzitem. Merzitem, to get bored. Okay. Now let's conjugate some of these. Matthew, let's take behem. Let's conjugate it in present subjunctive.
Wait, which one? Behem?
Behem, to become, behem.
Unta behem?
Go ahead.
Tita behesh?
Correct.
Aiaio to behet?
Sumir behet, plural.
Ne to behemi?
Sumir.
You to beheni?
Correct.
Ata ato to behen?
Perfect, behen, correct. Shumir. So this is the present subjunctive. Let's go to Carrie. Let's take Zjohem. Go ahead in present subjunctive.
Johem.
Oh.
Johesh.
Shumir, Titas Johesh. Aiaio.
Johet.
Johet. Ne.
That Johemi.
Shumir. You.
Johemi.
And Atato.
Johen.
Johen. Maria Isabel. Let's conjugate vonohem. Certamente vonohem. Yes. In present subjunctive.
With te.
Yes.
Und venohem.
Vonohem. Vonohem. Tita.
Te vonohet.
Vonohesh. Check out the previous one. Unta vonohem, tita vonohesh. Aio.
Te vonohet.
Vonohet. Ne?
And te vonoheim.
Hemi. Check out the previous example. To vonohemi.
Te vonohemi. You te
Vonohemi.
vonohemi. Ato te vonohem.
Vonohen. Shumi. Atato ta vonohen. Exactly like these are conjugated. All of these here, the same conjugation. Mir. We'll not make some sentences now. We'll make them in the following slides. Right here, I just posted this link of verbs, of reflexive verbs. Reflexive verbs are called reflexives because the action that you do does not fall, the action does not fall in an object, doesn't fall in another person. It falls on the person who does the action. So I do the action of taking a shower and that action falls on me. So lahem, to take a shower, and lai, that means to wash. Lai makinan, to wash the car, for example. Reflexive verbs are these that end in M. Matthew, do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Maria Isabel? Gary?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to the next slide. I will write another list there of verbs. Okay, the next slide. Yeah, slide number 8. Let's start with the first one. Merem. Anyone knows what merem is?
To take a phone.
No, not marna telefon. Marna telefon is that's jamar. Merem. Matthew, what was it?
To give.
No, not yap. Yap is to give.
To take.
So these are reflexives. Not to take something. If you say to take, you're taking something. That's not reflexive. Mar, it's reflexive. But this is mar, it is to take. Mar, this means to take. So you take something. The action falls there. Mere means to be occupied. I didn't spell that right. Occupied with. Or to be engaged with an activity. To be with an activity. To do something. That is merem, to do something. It's very, very common. I'll write a sentence in a few minutes. Merem, to be occupied with. Merem. Let's go to sprechen. Sprechen, it means to express oneself. Und sprechen, that means I express myself. Sprechen. Ankohem. Ankohem, that means to, Kiri?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Ankohem, it means to complain.
Oh.
Good one. Why do you ask Harry that?
Because I always keep him a bitch all the time. I'm like, bitching. Thank you.
Okay, so that's ankohem. Let's go to landohem. Landohem is to get hurt. To get hurt. It's mostly it is emotionally, but also physically to get hurt. Landohem. Let's go to takohem. Many modal verbs, they don't really many reflexive verbs, they're not used at all in the first person. So takohem, it's not used.
I know this one.
Tell me? To meet, yes, Shumir. So to meet, but if you say to meet someone, the action falls somewhere else. So the translation in English would be more like to meet yourself with. To meet up with someone else, or to meet yourself with someone else. Takohem. To meet, I'll write it here as to meet up with someone else. Takohem. The same for shihem. To see, to be seen, or to see oneself. So it's very used in we person. Shihem imevon, see you later. Masohem. Masohem, non-reflexive is masoi, to learn, but as reflexive, masohem, very important to get used to. Masohem. And let's go to, tell me?
What about gazoem and shundechem?
Yes, perfect, yep. Gazohem, reflexive, gazohem. What was it, what you said?
Shundechem.
No, that's an adjective. It describes a person who is healthy, shundechem. So he them. He them is to jump. To jump. He them. Gezohem, it means to be pleased. And chuhem means to be called chuhem. All these are again reflexives. Other questions?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make some let's conjugate one of them. Let's say merem, Kiri, let's conjugate that.
Merem. Okay.
In subjunctive. Un
Temerem.
Temerem, ti
Temeresh.
Meresh, correct. Aio.
Temeret.
Correct. Ne
Temeremi.
Ne temeremi. You.
You temeremi.
Correct. And atato, the last person.
Temerhen.
Temeren, Shumir. Atato temeren. Okay, let's go to the only exception, which is a verb that ends in em. We are on slide number 9. If you are watching from YouTube, go to learnalbanianonline.net. You can join there. So there is an exception. I said that verbs that end in em are called reflexive verbs, but there is a verb that ends in em which is not reflexive, and it does not follow this type of conjugation. It's very irregular verb. The verb to say them. The conjugation is as follows. Again, it does not belong to this class of verbs. You can consider it as an exception. Then now we have a new student. Helsi, okay, she left the group, no problem. Nethemi Yuthoni Atato son, they say. So this is not reflexive. You can prove nuk, unuk them. I don't say unko them, I am saying. Okay? Questions?
So you just put the t before that.
Yeah, subjunctive, yeah. So subjunctive again is not like we said before. Them. Ti të thuash, ai ajo të thot. Here we either të thot or të thoj. Ne to form, ne të themi, ju të thoni, ata ato të thon. This is the present subjunctive for this verb. Okay? Questions? Okay, let's learn now how to use it. It's pretty much the same what we have said before, how to use subjunctive mood. It's just that what is different is the class of verbs. We use it with modal verbs. Here is the conjugation of mund. We said that mund doesn't change. Un mundi, mundai mund, ne mund, you mundata mund. The translation can or might. Do not confuse it with the reflexive verb mundem, which still means can, or to be able to. That's the reflexive form of it. So modal verbs, here we have do het, un do het, I do it, I do it, the same until the end. Some sentences make using reflexive verbs. For example, I nuk mund të zgjohet, I nuk mund të zgjohet, aq herët. Anyone can guess the translation of it?
I can't.
He
can't wake up.
That early. He cannot wake up that early. So të zgjohet, I chose the third person here. He can't wake up so early or that early. Here's another one. Amun, using a reflexive verb. Amun të përgjigjesh në telefon. Amun të përgjigjesh në telefon. Can you answer the phone? Check out the preposition is në. Amun të përgjigjesh në telefon. Can you answer the phone? Here's another one. Ku është Elsoni, the answer. Po vjen, ai mund të vonohet pak. He might be a bit late. He will be a bit late, etc. Ai mund të vonohet pak. You try to make your own sentences, and then we will read them at the very end. If you have a sentence now, you can say it now.
I tried one.
Okay, go ahead.
Un dota vonohem, sepse un duhet të lahem.
Perfect, Shumir. Un do të vonohem, sepse duhet të... Duhet, you said. Okay, sepse duhet të lahem. Perfect. We use the other modal verb. That's very correct. Because I must, or I have to, or I should take a shower. Tell me, Matthew.
I got one. So, un dua të shprehem në shqip.
Okay, perfect. Undua. I want to express myself in Albanian, correct. Undua or unduhet, you said?
Undua.
Undua, okay, perfect. Undua të shprehem në Shqip. I want to express myself in Albanian, that's very correct. Duhet, this is the modal verb for duhet. I will write some sentences now. Duhet të vishesh, you should get dressed. Jemi shumë vonë, we are too late, we are very late. Duhet të vishesh. Here's another one. Duhet të mësohesh. Duhet të mësohesh me këtë gjë. You have to get used to it. You have to get used to this thing. Duhet të mësohesh me këtë gjë. Here's another one. Duhet të ngrihet, he or she. Duhet të ngrihet më herët. Here's a new word. Përndryshe. Otherwise. Përndryshe. Do të bëhet vonë. So he should get up earlier. Otherwise, he will be late. Përndryshe do të bëhet vonë. Do you have any sentences? Any of you?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Hang on.
Uh-huh.
So, ti duhet të kujdesesh
Shumë mirë.
në makinë.
Okay, you should take care of yourself. In car, you mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to say, like, be careful while driving, I guess.
Okay, ti duhet të ketë kujdes.
You should be careful
when
while
you drive. Kur nget makinën. When you drive the car. Duhet të ketë kujdes. Or this would be more ti duhet të kujdesesh for someone and the name of the person. I don't know, for Grecian, for the grandmother. You should take care of grandmother.
Okay.
Here, the second one would be more ti duhet të kesh kujdes. You should be careful when you drive the car.
Got it. So,
tell me, Matthew. Matthew?
Go ahead.
ti duhet të kujdesesh për Grecian. So that's saying you should take care of your grandmother.
Exactly, correct. Take care of. It goes with the preposition per.
Of, right.
Carrie?
So I was going to say on that bottom, the last sentence, you had to cash kujdes for get makinen.
Uh-huh.
You continue on and then say përndryshe, how do you say might or could?
Might, we have it at the top.
Oh, ti mund second Lando.
Yes, correct. Lëndosh. Perfect. Shumë mirë. Ti duhet të kesh kujdes kur nget makinën, përndryshe mund të lëndosh. That's very correct. Otherwise, you might get hurt. Shumë mirë. We have a new student, Halsey. Halsey, do you hear me? Hello? Okay, I don't hear you. Check out your microphone. Near other sentences? Other sentences? Okay, let's go to dua. The modal verb dua, to want. Here's the conjugation. Dua ti do, I don't. Duam ju doni ata ato duan. I will write some sentences now. Ajo do të lahet. I do të lahet më vonë. She wants to wash herself, or she wants to take a shower later më vonë. Ajo do të lahet më vonë. Ata duan të largohen nga këtu. They want to go away. They want to leave, to go away from here. Other sentence. He will take care of you. Ai do të kujdeset për. So kujdesen goes with për. Ai do të kujdeset për ty. He will take care of you. Or he wants to take care of you. Then we have ata duan të bëhen aktor. They want to become actors. Ata duan të bëhen aktor. All these are reflexive verbs. What I am using here. Let me see. Hey, Halsey, do you hear me? Okay. Any questions? Do you want to make any sentences? Any of you?
So when you say I don't want to come in after? Would you take unuk?
Dua. Yes,
Okay.
unuk dua te. I don't want to unuk dua te. Correct.
Okay. Now you can't just say like in English, when you can say I don't want to. Don't say
Yes.
the dua.
Correct.
Don't say,
Unuk dua. Perfect.
oh, okay.
Unuk dua. You can follow it by the action. I don't want to. Maybe unuk dua te, etc., etc.
Okay.
But also just that unuk dua is also correct. Unuk dua. I don't want.
Okay.
Here. Other questions?
No.
Okay. Let's go to the next slide. That was the first usage with modal verbs. Let's go to the second one with other verbs. Here are some: dëshiroj, which is to desire or more to like; filloj, to start; mendoj, to think; shpresoj, to hope; ëndërroj, to dream; shkoj, to go; vazhdoj, to continue; di, which is I know, to know; and mundem, to be able to. So all these can be followed by subjunctive. Now, here's a sentence. Ariola, for example. Ariola, a girl's name. Pofilon, mësohet me punën e re. Do you remember the translation of this sentence, Matthew? What is mësohem?
Masohem? We're on, okay. So, Ariola Pofilon Masohet Punan Ere. So, Ariola is starting
To
learn.
No. What was as reflexive? This is not basic form. It's not masoi. This is the reflexive form of it.
Masohet. So,
To learn.
She's starting to get used.
okay. So she's
Maria
starting to
Isabel, I
get
can hear
used.
you. Te puedo
She's
escuchar.
starting to get used to a new job.
Perfect. To the new job, to her new job, etc. Correct. She's starting to get used to it. Po fillon të mësohet, subjunctive të mësohet. Here's another sentence. Ajo po vazhdon të. Ajo without the po, it's better. Ajo vazhdon të zgjohet me vones. She continues to wake up late. She continues. Ajo vazhdon të zgjohet me vones. Me vones, late. Or çfarë mendon? Here's another sentence. Të bëhesh. What do you think of becoming në tënde? Can you read this one, Carrie?
Yes. What do you think of becoming?
What are you thinking of becoming in your life? What would you like to become in that meaning? So,
what would you like to do? What would you like to do with your life?
Yes, to become. What would you like to become in your life? A doctor, an actress, an actor, etc. What would you like to become? It's the reflexive. I'll write the reflexive, the basic forms next week. It is masohem there. Here it is zjohem, zjohem, and here it is bohem. That's the reflexive. That's the basic form that I'm using. Here's another sentence. Ata po underroin. Ata po underroin. Matthew?
You want me to translate it?
And read it, please.
Ata po underroin te martohen na Hawaii?
Correct. Hawaii. What's the translation? Hawaii, the state.
Oh, the state. So it's he dreams of.
They are dreaming of.
They are dreaming of getting married in Hawaii.
Correct, Shumir. So we are using a verb under roi. The second will be in subjunctive. The first indicative, second subjunctive. Here's another one. Kupo, a short dialogue. Kupo shkon. The answer, po shkoj të lahem. Where are you going? I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to wash myself, etc. So here's the second verb, first verb I'm using. Shkoj and then të lahem. Tell me.
So one of the words that I learned when I was in Albania last time. You can translate it for us. Trash gohem, right?
Yes, correct, Shumir. I will add it to the list. Trash go ema. Yes. This means to enjoy the life after you get married. Only that word. I don't know if you have a word for it in English, but that's the one
I don't think we do.
Okay, so that's to enjoy the life after you get either married or engaged.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, okay. Tell me, Kiri.
They live happily ever after.
Right.
Okay. Yes, the whole sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's another one I wrote there. Vajza vogel nuk di të krihet. Ajo është shumë e vogël. She's too little. She doesn't know how to comb her hair. Shumë e vogël. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any sentences, any of you?
So, Alison, just quick question on the first sentence.
Uh-huh.
If I was gonna say that in, I guess, first person.
Uh-huh.
Un po filoi ta mesohem ma punonere.
Correct. You can say just an extra word. Me punon ti me tere with my new job. Oh, Shumir. Me punon esai tere with her new job. She's starting to get used with her new job. Shumir, you can say un po filloi të mëson me punën time të re. Other questions, Kiri? Maria Isabel?
Yeah.
Okay, Kelsey, do you hear me? No problem. Let's go to the next slide. Conjunction, the word of conjunctions, very, very important. I have listed some of them at the top. Meçellim ç, in order to, or the short form of it, which is just ç. For sa or sapo, the same thing, they mean as soon as. Ku, where, when. Para said before. Kudo ç, everywhere. Po, which is if. Sikur, as if. Sado ç, no matter how much. And sidocha, no matter how. Here are some sentences. Once again, sikur, it. What if? What if is sikur?
Okay.
Other ones? Okay. Meçellim ç, të dal, shëtitje me shoqet e saj. So Albana is washing herself, is taking a shower in order to go out with her friends. So to dal shëtitje is to go out. Here we have the subjunctive, the dal. Po lahet, she's taking a shower there. What else? Por sa or sapo, the same one. Sapo, the ngrihet, as soon as he or she gets up, do të flas me të, I will talk to him or her. As soon as por sa or sapo, as soon as she gets up. Let's go to, you can think of any example that are there, it's optional, me atë or me të. Mund të takohemi ku të duash. We can meet each other wherever, ku, wherever you want. So the conjunction there is ku të duash, wherever you want. Or you can also say kur, whenever you want. We can meet each other whenever you want, ku të duash. Here's another sentence, kur të bëhem gati, when I get ready. Do, the famous double t, which everyone asks me, is this wrong? Do të telefonoj. That's all, do të telefonoj. When I get ready, I will call you. When I get ready, kur të bëhem gati, do të telefonoj. One last. Tell me, any questions?
No.
What are the double t's? Anyone can explain me what the double t's are?
Dota by itself means will, and
yes.
Telefoni makes the subjunctive.
Exactly, correct. So the first t is because of will, I will call you, and then the second t is sorry, it's not subjunctive, the second t. The second t, it means I will call you. It's that you part.
Right.
So we don't need subjunctive here. There is no reason to use subjunctive. We use it in the beginning, the bëhem. So the first t is because of I will, which we need a t. That's the subjunctive. That t there, do t, I will, in the future. And the second t is I will call you. Here. Here's another sentence. Tell me.
Okay, so it's telephony specific to you. So how would you say, do t, I will call them?
Yes, so that subjunctive the together with them, it creates a new word. Do ti telefonoi. I will call them. Do ti telefonoi. So it's a melting. This the has melted with this e. What is this e? Ata e. Them. This means them. So that e of them is melted and it creates e. These are called in grammar. These are called short forms.
Yes. Okay.
Here's another sentence. Adotă. Okay, Carrie, can you read it in Albanian and then we'll try to translate it.
Okay. Let's see. When?
Let's read it in Albanian and then we'll translate it.
Oh, okay. Kur të hidhem në parashut, do të hidesh edhe me mua?
Yes, edhe ti me mua. When I go ahead.
Okay, so when I don't have hidhem. What's hidhem? I don't have it.
Heathen, you have it there.
To jump.
Jump.
Sorry.
Okay, I've written it down. Oh, I did. Okay, when we.
When I
jump with a parachute, will you jump with me?
Nice.
That's what you want to do.
Show me. Yes,
Isn't it also to throw, Alison?
That is the non-reflexive form. If you say to throw something, head.
I see.
To throw something. If you say he them to throw yourself, that's the reflexive form of it. He them. He them to throw, or the meaning is more to jump, or to throw oneself.
I have a question.
Tell me.
Can you use quidesham, right, in first person?
Quidesem. Yes, quidesem.
Quid.
This is the first person. Quidesem. Un quidesem per. I take care of. Un quidesem per. Let's say you can take care of my grandmother.
Okay.
This is the first person of it.
But no, I guess what I'm asking is to take care of yourself.
So if you want to say of myself, it is un quidesem. Again, we need that per. Per veten time. I take care of myself. Veten time. Per veten time of myself.
Okay.
What else? Other questions? Mia, do you have any sentences that you created with these conjunctions? In Albanian, we call them liza. They link stuff together and they make everything complicated. Okay, let's go to the next slide. We have 2 more slides and then with an exercise. Phrases such as është e rëndësishme tu, është e nevojshme tu, është e rrezikshme, it's dangerous tu, është mirë, it's good tu, është më mirë, it's better tu, është keq, it's bad, është më keq, it's worse. So I will write some sentences here. është e rëndësishme, it's important, të mos vonohesh. Edhe sot, siç çdo ditë. What does it mean?
It is important not to be late.
Es muy importante. Very important to not get late, to be not late.
Oh, say it in Spanish, Maria.
No es importante no llegar tarde.
Oh, también.
Cada día, como hoy.
Hoy también, como todos los días. Correct. It's important not to get late also today, like every other day. To get late, it sounds like not late. Okay. Let's go to është e rrezikshme. It's dangerous too. For example, të hidhesh me parachute. It's dangerous to jump, yes, with a parachute.
What about?
Huh?
I'm obsessed with the car. So, how? Because it's so confusing to me. Also.
Okay, tell me. Yes.
Describing driving in the car, the whole thing. So, how would you say it's dangerous to speed in the car, drive fast in the car?
It's dangerous to drive fast with a car.
Oh.
Okay. është e rrezikshme të Gasser, this is to drive. Gas, to drive. And then Maschinen, spät.
Mir.
Or spät, you can put it also here. Gasser, spät, Maschinen. It's dangerous to drive the car fast. Mir. That's a good sentence. Another one, është më mirë të mos përgjigjesh në telefon, for example. It's better not to answer the phone. Maybe are those advertisements, persons, etc. Another one, nuk është mirë. It's not good. Nuk është mirë të mërzitesh. It's not good to get bored. Any sentences that you'd like to build?
Nuk është mirë të filloj, right?
We need the reflexive. That is the purpose of the lesson.
Yeah, to filloj, open a window. I can't remember window.
It's not good to, and then?
To open a window, because
But it's not reflexive. We need a reflexive. That's the purpose of the lesson, so we can use reflexive.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, here's a sentence.
Yeah. Marcel.
It's not good to get married young.
Mir.
Marry young. Okay, Mir. Let's go to the last usage of subjunctive, which is the future. We build the future using subjunctive, just like we did with simple verbs, with J-ending verbs. We do the same with reflexive verbs. For example, në çfarë ore, at what time, në çfarë ore do të zgjohesh nesër? What time will you wake up tomorrow? Or mos u mërzit, don't worry, ata do të kujdesen për ty. They will take care of you. Pse do të vonohesh? Why will you be late? Etc. Do you have any sentences? Okay, we'll start with an exercise real quick. Matthew?
For future?
Yes. And we'll together.
So, un do të nisem për punë.
Perfect, very well, per punë, correct. Shumë unë do të nisem për në punë or per punë, both work, correct. I will leave to work. Other questions? You can use this one a lot for example, treni do të niset pas pak. The train will leave in a bit. Treni do të niset, autobusi do të niset, etc.
Mirë.
Exercise. I will say some sentences in Albanian, in English, and you will tell me in Albanian. How do you say in Albanian? It's better to see each other later, Matthew. Using reflexive, to see each other is one word in Albanian. It's better to see each other later.
Është më mirë
to meet each other, what is? Or to see each other, whichever you prefer.
Takohem?
We meet each other.
Takohemi.
Shumir, very well. Të takohemi më vonë, correct. Të takohemi, you can say të shihemi if you will see each other, shihemi. Correct. Kiri, how do you say, can we meet later?
Can you meet later or can we meet later?
Can we meet, let's change the word, tomorrow?
Okay. Amun ka takohemi nesër.
Nesër, correct. Nesër. A mund të takohemi nesër? Can we meet tomorrow? Or më vonë also, both work. Maria Isabel, how do you say in Albanian? They want to complain about everything. Complain, do you know complain? Kiri now knows it, I guess.
I do.
I wrote here, complain. I think so.
Okay, take your time. So they want to complain about everything. Matthew, think of this one. They don't want to answer the phone. Think of that one and let me know when you have it. So, Maria Isabel.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay. Can you repeat again the...
They want to complain about everything.
Ata
Huh?
Ata want te ankohem.
Uh-huh.
What's the for the
Doja, correct. Ataduantan Cohen versus the judge. They want to complain about everything. Kiri, it's important not to leave, not to go alone out of the house, not to leave the house alone. Matthew?
What was the sentence again? They don't want to answer the phone?
Answer the phone.
So,
Ataduan, we have it already. Ataduan, the, Pergigen.
Well, isn't it most?
They want to answer the phone. Ataduan.
Oh, to want. Ataduan to Pergigen the telephone.
Okay, with negatives, atanukduan if it's negative. They don't want to answer the phone. Atanuk. I think I said I don't want. Don't want. So no. That's where we.
What about most? Atamos duan?
Okay, now we are negating to want, not to answer. So they don't want. Right? We can negate also most, but we have a weird translation now. They want not to answer the phone. Okay, so it's better to negate duan, the modal verb. Kiri, it's important not to leave alone from house.
Okay. Would it
the first part. The most, so to leave, to go away, it's more the most largohesh.
Oh, largo.
Okay, and this is more serious. Nisem is just to leave home, but largoem is more serious. You're leaving, are you coming back? Hello? Okay. The most largohesh betam, ga, you can say this to a child. It's important not to go away.
How would you add by yourself?
Once again, please?
How would you add by yourself? It's important not to leave the house by yourself.
Yes, so the largohesh, it says the reflexive verb, and together with vetan, that's by yourself.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Vetan.
Or it's dangerous.
Or it's dangerous, shumir, instead of and the sishme, you can say rezikshme, correct. Shumir. Here's another sentence. What's the translation, Matthew?
Pofilon. Is that the one you want me to read? Pofilon to vanohesh sto deep.
Correct.
So
you are starting to?
You are starting to be late every day.
Correct, Shumir, very well. The last sentence, Maria Isabel, can you read it? Ayo duhet të zgjohet që në orën 6, she should wake up at 6. But actually she wakes up at 8. So duhet të zgjohet, reflexive verb të zgjohet, from zgjohem to wake up. Mir. Questions?
No.
Do you have any sentences by any chance you want it, or you could write a sentence in Albanian? Any comments?
Yeah, just a lot to process, but it's fine.
Okay, the next lesson will be, I think, 2nd of September, but I'm not sure yet. Join my group on Facebook, Learn Albanian Online, and that's where I will post any updates about the next lesson. The next lesson will be about verbs that end in a vowel, how to build, such as ha, pi, ri, di, how to build their subjunctive mood. This was today's lesson. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Shumir, found there.
I hope you learned something, which is important.
Sure.
I am glad.
Found there, Nelson.
Thank you too for joining, and I hope to see you in the next lesson. Greetings from Albania. Thank you for watching live from YouTube also. Bye bye.
Mir Papsi.
Bye. Tschüss.